Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Adams Tennis Complex here Friday afternoon for another exciting edition of Middle Tennessee State Blue Raider Tennis with the visiting Murray State Racers coming to town from Louisville, Kentucky. We got a great one as both teams come in riding winning records, but with different stories, Grant.
Absolutely, yeah. MTSU has a flawless record against the Murray State Racers. They have never dropped a match here, especially at home. But MTSU is coming in off a very long 5-game winning streak, wrapping up here this weekend before they hit the road, going up to Nashville, see if they can continue that momentum.
Yeah, like you mentioned, 5-game winning streak here at the Adams Tennis Complex. A great way to start the season. However, after a 4-0 start for Murray State, they've dropped their last 2 matches, both 3-4, to Southeastern Missouri State and Western Kentucky. Very difficult, especially because they've come off great doubles point matches, but not being able to capulate that singles matches moving forward. But we're going to take a quick shout out to our Dylan Simmons. What do you got, Dylan?
Somber note, but unfortunately we've gotten some bad news over this past weekend. Ratuja Chapalkar suffering an ACL tear in last Saturday's practice for women's tennis. She is out for the season now, guys, so big hit for Middle Tennessee, especially for their number 6 position. Things are still kind of up in the air. The number 6 position will not come into play today, but certainly something to keep an eye on in the future.
All right, well, thank you for that information, Dylan. Yeah, it's truly heartbreaking for such a great player to suffer such a difficult injury. It's just something very difficult to overcome, especially with so much left in the season.
No doubt that ACL injury going to be affect her even into next fall, and that's definitely unfortunate. She was starting to gain some steam there on court 6. Chapalkar, I believe, got her first win by a forfeit against Georgia State, and then she started to roll ever since. She's definitely picked up. Although we saw last weekend Camila Barragan and the local favorite Karen Yibberin get opportunities on courts 5 and 6. We'll see who gets to step up and kind of take that role of Chapalkar for the rest of this year.
Yeah, you mentioned that, just the switching of the rosters and kind of putting the pieces where they need to be. With Chapalkar out, Love Star Alexis will now be with Muskan Gupta for the doubles. And like you mentioned, Camila Barragan will be stepping up into court 3 with Lily Sophie Schmidt. So we'll see how that doubles partnership actually works out this match.
Just 2 more brand new partners for this women's team. Get to see how they gel together today. Get to see what their strategy is going to be for the rest of this season.
Right. So, looking at the schedule upcoming, Lipscomb, like you mentioned, MTSU has to travel up to Nashville on Sunday. And actually that's a team that Murray State has already faced this season earlier in January, who also came out with a 5-2 win. And another opponent that is similar with both teams is Austin Peay, team that both won, but man, 4-3, tough matchups. You think that it bodes well for both teams, kind of an even matched Friday afternoon of tennis here?
Yeah, I'd say so. Obviously, like you mentioned, the common opponents are a very good way to compare the 2 teams. We talked to Coach Teo Bailey-Duval last weekend, and she said that a lot of the top courts for Murray State would be returning this year, and they gave them some problems last year. So we'll see how that develops as we head into the weekend.
Think any players that kind of step out for MTSU tonight, or today I should say, that really need to take advantage, especially if they want to continue this win streak at Adams Tennis Complex?
Well, I think you have to start off with the doubles point. That's obviously crucial, but I'll be interested to see Lily Sophie Schmidt back in action today. She's 6-0 on the season in singles, as you know. Got some rest last week and didn't have to play, and see if that kind of rejuvenates her over on court 4. As well as whoever steps up for Ratuja on court 6. I'd like to see one of those bottom courts get a pretty dominant win here early on. So,
All right, well, we are about to get underway here with the national anthem and the lineup, so stick around. We'll be right back for Adams Tennis Complex Tennis here at MTN Sports and CUSA.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend.
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
because you matter.
Stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes, we have a platform.
Now
more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
And raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together,
we will continue the conversation.
we have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance." Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
Welcome back here at Adams Tennis Complex for Middle Tennessee State Blue Raider Tennis. We're just a few minutes away from getting underway here for the doubles point. Little reminder here, Court 3 will be vacant as Murray State has come light today. So only 2 courts will be played for the doubles point, Grant.
Yeah, well, I mean, as we were talking about just a moment ago, it's somewhat convenient because we have the injury for Ratuja, unfortunately. But, yeah, your Blue Raiders are going to start at somewhat of an advantage here, given that if they can take one of these doubles courts, they'll already be essentially up 2-0 on the Racers.
All right, so we're going to soon take it down, but we'll give you a heads up on what the doubles courts look like. So for Murray State on court 1 will be Sarah Bureau and Emma Honor against Noelle Morrow and Sana Garakani. And on court 5, which is the doubles court number 2, will be Natalie Slezakova and Annika Peshore against Love Star Alexis and Muskan Gupta. We are here on court number 5 on your screen. Shore, a senior from Germany, has been quite successful prior to Murray State, having been runner-up in the German junior doubles and third place individually in that same tournament.
Very impressive indeed, Ryan. I wonder if she encountered our very own Lily Sophie Schmidt in their junior days. Point there, and this will be a court to keep an eye on, Ryan, in that these two have not played in a doubles match with each other this season, but off to a quick start here for Big Blue.
Yeah, as we mentioned, this is usually where Ratuja plays with Love Star. Being out, Muskan goes up from court 3 with.
Yeah, normally both of these girls paired with freshmen, and getting to play with some more veteran, teammates today might prove beneficial for them.
That one's long and wide there. Shore just not closing that racket.
It's a beautiful backhand from Love Star Alexis, and the Blue Raiders take the first game here on court number 2.
Yeah, well then indeed. Early on, certainly senior play has been dominant, but this is also just another Murray State duo that is rife with veteran play as well.
Blue Raider pairing of Love Star Alexis and Muskan Gupta holding serve.
That one goes long for a fault.
We'll see Shore's second serve for the second point in a row.
And Shore just could not get to that one in time. Nice little lob shot from Muskan Gupta there.
Yeah, cheeky little shot just out of reach of both racers. Over on court number 1, it looks like the Blue Raider pairing of Noel Morrow and Sana Garicani broke Sarah Barreau and Emma Honore and are currently serving. We'll try to bring you that score if we can find it. Having a little issues with our play site scoreboard here. You can see Gupta signaling to Alexis there where she thinks this ball is going to go.
That one goes straight into the ceiling there, Grant.
Yeah. Slezakova just couldn't handle that one right at her feet. Not a bad place to put it if you're Gupta. Gupta calls for it.
Well done.
Yeah, sent in well. Another one of those shoe shiner shots that, you know, trying to get it to bounce up close into her ankles, but she was able to return it, and ultimately the Blue Raiders will come out on top.
Quick 2-0 lead here, like you mentioned. Now Gupta on the serve. That one goes long for a fault.
Sean, you mentioned up 2-0, up a break. And this match on court 2 could be rather short-lived if Murray State can't get a break back for themselves here. It's all just a bit too long from Alexis.
Yeah, that's going to be a great start, like you mentioned, trying to take advantage of getting at least a break back. It's going to be another point for the Murray State Racers there. 30 love now. Oh, beautiful sliding lob shot there. No one could have gotten that one.
Off the back of a great serve there from Gupta. You hear the crowd give a little cheer there. Sana Garicani and Noel Morrow just held their first serve to tie court 1 at a game apiece.
And a great serve from Muskan there to prevent a return from the shore. That one just not returnable from Love Star. A little too firm there from the Slezakova cross-court shot over the net.
Great serve in from Gupta and a long run as she had to chase that one into the backcourt and can't make it go. And I believe that will be the first game for the Racers. 2-1 your score in favor of Middle Tennessee here on court 2.
As we mentioned there, yeah, courts 1 right there, 1-1 with the break serve, and of course now Murray State getting a break of their own, going up, still down 2-1 though.
Yeah, some close competition here early in Middle Tennessee, able to get their first game. But like we said earlier, you got to win one of these courts.
Yeah.
You already get the benefit of the doubt of court 3, so you got to take care of business and win one of these.
Yeah, especially like we've mentioned, not having that third double, so both teams have to take advantage of the being short-sided there on the doubles courts, but certainly someone's got to take advantage here as we go split screen with Noel Morrow and Sara Garakani on your right. Of course, left side, Muskan Gupta, beautiful smash hit there.
Sent way wide off the backhand of Garakani. So it looks like our scoreboards have found some life here today, Ryan. That is certainly going to be a helpful tool.
Absolutely. So there's a fault there on that court, left side of your screen.
Good defense from Muskan, just placing it right in the middle, out of the reach of both racers, and it will once again fall in favor of the girls in blue. Up 40-love.
Yeah, great way to take advantage of another breakpoint opportunity here. Just like you said, great defense from Gupta, Slezakova. Try to get a little too firm with that last shot on the backhand and just close it down too quickly.
Shore's backhanded stab will fall into the net, and the Blue Raiders take a 3-1 advantage as they will break the Racers right back. On court 2.
Well, this, Sarah Bureau and Emma Honore, they've been actually undefeated since they've been partnered up these last few matches. This is a very key match for them. Tremendous singles players as well, especially Bureau, who, her freshman year, she won 12 out of her first 17 singles matches as a racer.
Very impressive. We'll be interested to see how they fare in singles later, but obviously strong competition, holding both their serves up 2-1. The likes of Morrow and Garakani here.
Absolutely.
Ball just barely kissed the line, and Alexis will call it out. 15-15.
fault there for Alexis. Wow.
Another cheeky shot over there on court 2.
And it looked like Short just wasn't 100% sure where that one was going to land, and she just kind of misstepped there, Grant.
No doubt, whatever it is, Gupta and Alexis have been able to place almost every shot barely out of reach, and that's got to be so frustrating.
On the right side of the screen there, Garicani just sent one a little too wide there. Just missed the alley.
Slezakova buried one in the doubles alley over on court 2. Both racers doubles teams picking up a point there.
Of course, now 3-game-to-1 lead for Bureau and Honore.
So that ball will fall short from Garicani once again. Beautiful defense from Muskan Gupta. Slezakova got a racket on it, but not enough to get it over the net. The Blue Raiders will lead 40-30.
Game point opportunity, like you mentioned there, on the left side of your screen. Now we got deuce point. Now that Garicani and Morrow duo, who's been pretty dominant this season so far, really struggling right now. Court 1.
Yeah, Sana's missed a few shots here in the last few frames, and definitely hoping that that doesn't start to affect her earlier in the afternoon.
So that first serve there on the right was a fault. And no one is back there for defense. It's both Garicani and Morrow right by the net. Well played there from the racers.
Yeah, Ryan, they haven't been aggressive enough to be up against the net like that. And it's just very concerning to see the kind of the breakdown in discipline there when they've started to trail here down a break. Court 1.
That one falls long for Honore there.
That's big for the racers. Nice shot from Slezakova. They pretty much need to hold their serve here, or they're going to be in danger of dropping court 2.
Yeah.
Hero and Honore making sure that it's at least a competition, though, given they just held serve and lead 4-1 respectively over on court 1.
It's a great play from Love Star there. Getting that one over the net, making it tough to return.
Yeah, tough break. I've heard a few people chatting around Adams Tennis Complex about some of the differences between college and pro tennis, and just the fact that you play the lets. You know, some of these players even coming for juniors where that isn't the case.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard playing by different rules, and you can see the hesitation there on that point. Gupta
just couldn't keep it in the alley.
I know she's trying that little light flick where it's just out of reach, where it's not. They're not going to be able to get it off the one hop, and
just the timing wasn't there, was it?
A little bit wide there. As you can see, Garakani and Morrow have made the trip back over to the near side. And we'll see Garakani serve.
Great serve from Garakani.
The return falls wide. Similar situation for the Blue Raiders. They must hold here, or they are going to be in danger of dropping the top court to the Racers.
And the Racers will take another game there. Inching closer and closer to Love Star and Muskan's lead.
You said big for them to hold that serve. 4 games to 2. Your score on court 2.
Yeah, it was set up well there. The Slezakova return, a little high shot. Gupta kind of teed it up a little high herself, and Shore was there for the smash hit right down the pipe.
Backhand deep in the alley from Gupta. What a shot that was.
Absolutely.
To bring it to 15 apiece. Your Blue Raiders serve. Garakani on your right. Muskan Gupta on the left.
What a beautiful smash hit cross court from Noel Morrow there on the right side of your screen.
Absolutely buried. No chance of touching that one. Garakani did well to return both of those shots.
Yeah. A great front hand from Morrow again.
Beautiful play from the top team for the Blue Raiders. Garakani having to loft in 3 or 4 moon balls over there.
Yeah.
And then Morrow in perfect position to put the point away there.
It's hard to time up just one of those, but 3 in a row, just mightily impressive. Another game point here for Gupta and Alexis. Hold the serve, in which they do there. Go 5 games to 2.
I don't know if Peshore was out of position or what, but racket got caught up in her right hand. Couldn't get her body just in the way to to get any kind of power on that return there. And the Blue Raiders will benefit because of it. Now leading 5 games to 2 on court 2.
That one kind of just sliced out of control for Slezakova there on the return. That Honore.
No worries. We got a long weekend of tennis and a lot of names ahead of us, Ryan. So. A little too firm of a grasp on the racket there from Love Star Alexis. Let's go, says Slavakova. The Racers will be up 15-love on serve on court 2.
Yeah, Honore, great smash hit. Morrow just kind of had to turn her back, avoiding getting hit by the ball. Too close to the net to even think about returning it. That one falls long for Morrow. Into another quick game win there for Bureau and Honore. Now up 5-2.
I'll say that ball falls just a bit long, and the Racers have brought it to 5 games to 3. It's now falls on the backs of the Lady Raiders to close this one out here on court 2. Serve from Love Star Alexis, and an early 15-love lead. Wow, what a defensive maneuver from Gupta that was.
Set up well, yeah.
Almost had to granny shot that racket between her legs. Somehow got it to go back over the net.
Well, it did, and led to a Slezakova error there, as she just could not quite get that one over the net on that left side of the court there. Beautiful smash hit from Gupta, set up perfectly by the serve there. In prime position for it.
Yeah, Ryan, 40-love match point over here on court 2. Garicani having to dodge that one.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately,
racket wasn't just turned where she wanted to be to have a chance at staying in play.
Yeah, that shoulder does not work quite as well as the racket. And Muskan Gupta with a beautiful backhand seals the doubles point for the Blue Raiders. taking victory on court number 2.
Yeah, that setup once again from Alexis' serve, and Gupta just playing great right in front of the net. Perfect opportunities there. Like you said, going up another point now for the Blue Raiders.
If you were just joining us, Murray State did not have a third doubles pairing to place on court 3 for today, so the Blue Raiders will take the doubles point after winning just court 2.
Which means as well that they don't have anyone on court 6. So that's already going to be an automatic forfeit on court 6 and a point for the Blue Raiders, which means now, just going into singles, they will be up 2 points just like that. I mean, you're kind of putting the racers behind the 8 ball here.
Absolutely. It's going to be an uphill climb for the racers. Muskan Gupta had a very good performance there in doubles. You can tell the defense, the time that they've spent on defense in practice this week. There's a lot of good examples of them returning serves to to get points up against the net there in that doubles round, Ryan.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with the singles lineups in a few moments. So stick around here on MTN Sports and CUSA.com.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
Because you matter.
stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard.
Outside of sports.
As student athletes, we have a platform.
Now more than ever, it's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
And raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together,
we will continue the conversation.
we have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance." Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
Welcome back here at the Adams Tennis Complex for your Friday afternoon women's tennis match between the MTSU Blue Raiders and the Murray State Racers. We're just now underway with the singles matchup, so we're going to give you those lineups as we speak. So currently on court 1, we have Sarah Bureau against Love Star Alexis. Court 2 is Emma Honore and Sana Garakani, which is where we are now. Tomorrow. And like we mentioned, there is no court 6 being played today because Murray State is playing shorthanded. So that will be an automatic point for the Blue Raiders. But Camila Barragan would have been playing for MTSU had there been a court 6 opponent.
Yeah, Ryan, as you mentioned, Barragan getting the appearance on court 5 last weekend with rest being given to the forecourt Lily Sophie Schmidt. So I think it's fairly safe to assume that we will see Barragan in place of Chapel Carr going forward for the Blue Raiders. But it will not matter today. As you mentioned, MTSU already leads this match 2-0. That backhand from Honore falls short. 15-15 your score. Garakani finally able to punch through here at Adams Tennis Complex and get her first victory of the season last time out. She spoke with us after the match, Ryan, saying that it felt really good to win here, and she just had to, she worked a lot on playing within herself and, keeping that same mindset throughout the second set.
Yeah. I remember.
Sana struggled early in this season from getting up early and kind of changing the way that she plays in that second set, and it's come back to bite her more often than not, but finally starting to see why she's been placed up here on the 2 court.
Always impressive to see any freshman in the top 3 courts. Knowing how talented they have to be and how well composed they have to be as a player, mentally and physically, to endure it. But that one does sail on her. So Emma Honore will take the first game here on court 2.
We saw a few of those shots in the doubles round as well, that ball's kind of flying wide off the racket. It will be interesting to see if she can rein that back in.
Yeah.
Here she's getting a talking to from coach there off to the side. As you can see, Lily Sophie Schmidt concede a point there off to your left.
Yeah, of course, mentioned Coach Zerilli talking to Garakani. Zerilli having been a MTSU player herself years ago. It's really only been a few years, I should say, not just years ago, but a few years ago. Just telling her, strategizing, just figuring out how she has to play Honore on this court this afternoon.
And we're unable to return that one as they will switch sides.
Of course, Garicani fault there. And that's going to be a double fault for Garicani, another point given up. Well, while we have a second, Dylan Simmons, our courtside reporter today, has a report for us. Dylan, what you got?
Well, guys, over on court number 1, Love Star Alexis is taking care of business right now. Up a break against Sarah Bureau. Bureau, a former player who had a 12-5 record in 2021 and a former member of the OVC All-Newcomer team, but no problem for Love Star Alexis thus far. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate it, Dylan. So, yeah, Love Star taking care of business there on court 1. Senior against junior there. There's talented junior in Sarah Bureau, as we mentioned while we were discussing the doubles point there. So.
No doubt, but Love Star Alexis been on her own kind of run this season with a record of 4-1 in singles, winning 4 in a row. That first loss coming way back in January, I believe, down in Florida. One of those first few matches they played to open the season. So she's been on a tear as well. Definitely excited to see the rest of her performance here this afternoon.
Another early fault there for Garicani. Just a little too soft there, Grant, for Honore, trying to hit that lob shot just over the net.
Yeah, couldn't get the backhand to fall, so she will rely on the serve once again. Charged up to the net very quickly, challenging Garicani, and poked it right past her. That was just a little too easy.
Yeah, well set up from that hard-hitting backhand, and like you said, yeah, just sprinting up there in front of the net.
Sent in well by Honore, right down the line, and they might have given that one to Garicani. We will see in just a moment. And they will.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Honore. I thought that kissed that.
Yeah.
The inbound line over there, but just falling into the alley. I would think Sana might be thanking her lucky stars for that one.
Another fault there for Honore. And that one appeared to hit the line.
I believe it was outside of the singles court, though. regardless, is scored in favor of Honore. And
that one also will be in favor of Emma Honore, so she will take another game for the Racers here on court 2 against Sana Garicani. Very close calls, I would say. I know that second one appeared more down the alley, but certainly that first one on the back line almost looked like it could have been called in as well.
Yeah, definitely a few shots there in that frame that looked to be in and weren't, or whatever the case may be. Honore is definitely showing the talent that she possesses against keeping Garicani up on her heels. We're going to see how she responds down the stretch today.
You think those calls will affect Garicani later on? I mean, we've seen how some issues have appeared later on in the sets after calls haven't gone her way. You think that's going to still be a problem?
Well, if I were a betting man, Ryan, history says that will be the case. We obviously hope that she can overcome that, but has gotten to her before. So we tune in here on court number 3. Vanika Pashore and Muskan Gupta leading 2-1 in this first set.
And Gupta just closed down her racket a little too quickly there. Could not quite hit the cross-court shot she wanted.
Gupta had a less than desirable start to the season as well, but has won her last 3 matches in singles. It's been a crucial part of this Blue Raider winning streak, and she will hope to continue here today.
That one falling into the net for sure. Little false start there.
Sometimes you got to reevaluate a little bit.
Yeah. And that one's going to be a double fault. That one hit the net going out. Another point for Muskan Gupta. But while we have a second, Dylan Simmons got another courtside report for us. Dylan.
Well, guys, Noelle Morrow is known for cooking up bagels like it's MasterChef. She's trying to do it again, up 5-0 in her first set against Megan Knoll. Let's see if she can get it done. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Chef Dylan.
Making me hungry over here, and Noelle Morrow hungry for another victory over on court 5, it seems.
Yeah, of course, she may be serving up bagels on the court, but Adams Tennis Complex is serving up some pizza. And you can smell it all the way over here, other side of the building.
I know you can smell it. You've been poking me right and left about it.
Thank you, Grant.
You'll get your chance.
My villain origin story, not getting pizza, as that one goes long for Muskan Gupta. One's going to go wide for Gupta on the return, so deuce point coming up. See if Shore can hold serve here, tie things up.
Beautiful serve from Shore. That'll be ruled wide. It will. A few of those on the line right there in front of the official have definitely looked in from our point of view, Ryan, but
we're not officials.
We are not officials.
goes down the alley. So Gupta will take point there, breaking Peshore's serve. And we just heard that Noelle Morrow officially has won the first set there, so going 6-0 to start her afternoon.
That's gotta be a relief for Noelle Morrow. Won her last time out, but has struggled of recently after a 4-0 start on court 5 this season. Definitely going through it, but 6 games to nothing is nothing to laugh at.
Quick double fault there from Gupta.
Would love to know the efficiency of that first serve for the Blue Raiders in doubles this year, because to my recollection, it has not, in singles, not in doubles. We're way past that this afternoon, but in singles, it definitely cost them a few points here early with the double faults. We saw it in doubles is what I was getting at, Ryan. We saw some of the serve affect them in doubles. As that one is sent wide by Gupta, too. She had most of the court to play with, but couldn't make it fall.
Yeah. May have called an audible there on the shot she was going for and just got caught between two different shot shapes. And that one sails long for Gupta. Shore taking 40-15 lead here now. Opportunity with the break point. As that one goes a little long there. And that is going to turn into a smash hit. Yeah, Gupta just running back and forth. Tough shot to return there on that right side of her court. And just set up Peshore nicely. So 3-2 now there. Still in favor of Gupta, though. But yeah, so far looking still good for the Blue Raiders here in the singles points, even though they still got started with a 2-0 advantage already.
Yeah, we've seen on a few different courts. Murray State's been able to judge when to charge the net to play defense there very early on very well today, and it's benefited them in taking a few of these games. So we tune in here to court 4, and Lily Sophie Schmidt, who trails 3-2 against Natalie Sletsakova. Schmidt getting some rest in their matchup last time out. But she has a perfect singles record on the season. Both Blue Raiders playing on court 4 are perfect this season. Andre Harak for the men's. It must be something about this court in particular. Excited to see her back in action here today.
Probably one of those Blue Raider blessings, you know.
So kind of like daily affirmations. We have Blue Raider blessings.
Absolutely.
Court 4.
Absolutely.
I like it.
So much Greek mythos in the Raider. Why can't there be a Raider blessing?
Long ball. Lily Sophie Schmidt chasing Slitsakova all over the court and will come out on top. 30 love is her lead as we speak. Everything they're wearing has OVC on the sleeve. Everything, all the gear they're wearing, yeah.
That one falls into the net. Deuce point. Opportunity for either Schmidt to take a tie here or Slezakova to open a 2-game lead here in set 1.
It's been quite the game. Schmidt up 30 love early. Slitsakova obviously battled back to take lead 40-30. And now we're here at this deciding point. Schmidt's first serve will fall way wide, and we'll see her second one right here.
Oh, tough one there. Thought
Tough
Schmidt would have had that one
Lily
there.
Sophie Schmidt. She cannot believe it. And whoever won that point would have definitely earned it regardless.
Yeah.
But obviously frustrating and a big break there for Slitsakova,
Yeah.
actually. I told you earlier, Noelle Morrow cruising to a 6-0 victory over on court 5 against fellow American Megan Knoll and Kentucky native. So each team's got, hometown girl to root for. But she's now currently up 3-0 in that second set. So Morrow might as well be hitting the showers early again today, Ryan.
And just playing another great game is the senior Noelle Morrow. And yeah, this wouldn't be the first time she would have swept an opponent. She did that previously, if I'm not mistaken, against Bellarmine. As that one falls short in the net for Lily Sophie Schmidt. Really upset with herself right now.
Both Blue Raiders on the even courts have their hands full here this afternoon. Remember, that is just 2 and 4 as there's no action on court 6 today. A fault there from Slitsakova.
Clearly puzzled is Lily Sophie Schmidt after that one. Not sure what happened there, as that one sailed long past the baseline. As that one goes into the net for Slezakova, so now tying things up. 30 love.
Be huge for Schmidt to battle back and get a break right back here. She's been down on herself quite a bit here early.
Well done there from Lily Sophie Schmidt, keeping that inside the alley. Like you mentioned there, Grant taking advantage, hopefully getting a break point here. That's a good start with the fault there from Slezakova. And that one sails long for Schmidt there, so tying things up now, 40 all. Well, Dylan Simmons is back for another courtside report. Dylan, anything related to bagels this time?
Well, I hope you guys are hungry because Noelle Morrow is cooking up a double bagel right now over on court 5. She's got a 5-0 lead in the second set, just 1 point away from giving Middle Tennessee their 3rd point of the game, leaving them just 1 point away from victory. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate that help, Dylan. Love seeing more bagels being cooked up there, chef. So, like he said, I mean, another opportunity for another point early for the Blue Raiders.
Absolutely. As we tune in here to court 5 that Dylan was just giving us that update on, Noelle Morrow closing in. She's now at 5-0, closing in on victory here. She's on serve.
Fault there.
Tell you, Ryan, I would have loved to see more of this action today, but we've barely had time to get around to court 5 before Morrow's sealed up this victory, barely letting Megan Knoll off the mat.
Yeah, just don't know what to make of it. Almost going NASCAR fast here is Noelle Morrow taking care of business.
Hey, if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself making some Dylan Simmons type puns here.
Don't get me started on those great puns of his, as that one just touches the line. There can only be one pun person.
Only one as good as Mr. Simmons. As Noel finds herself up a creek, down 40-15. Match point for Noelle Morrow. Too easy for Noelle Morrow. She strolls to the net to shake the hand of Megan Knoll, and the Blue Raiders now lead 3-0.
Yeah, just great, tremendous job there for Noelle Morrow, taking another point for the Blue Raiders, getting closer and closer to securing that match overall. Just don't know what to say about it. Just unfortunate for Megan Knoll not being able to get a point on the board. But just tremendous play either way from Noelle Morrow, securing 6-0 straight sets.
No doubt Noel will learn from it. Being that she is just a freshman, I'm sure that she will get her opportunity to take on these Blue Raiders a few more times in her college career, but will not go her way today. As we tune in here to court 1, the Love Star Alexis is facing off against Sarah Bureau.
Call fault on that one for Bureau's serve. And smash hit there from Love Star coming up short. Just hitting the top of the net, coming back towards her.
Yeah, she'll certainly wish she had that ball back, Ryan.
Bureau's backhand just not getting over the net. Of course, if it did, Alexis had no shot at returning it. That one falls out for Bureau again. Switch courts, it looks like, here in a sec. You know, Love Star Alexis going up 5-2. So already impressive start here in set number 1 for the senior in Love Star Alexis. Sarah Bureau right now talking to one of the assistant coaches. Trying to make adjustments here, facing a 3-game deficit in set number 1. Have to hold serve here. I'm sorry, we'll have to break serve here. to have a chance at keeping it up with Love Star Alexis. She's about to serve now. That one falls fault. And that's going to be double fault there for Love Star Alexis, so 15 Love lead now early for Bureau. As Dylan Simmons has another courtside report for us. Dylan, shake it up for us.
Well, Sanagara Kani taking on Emma Henry today. Henry, a former player from France who was a top 15 player during her time in the junior rankings, but right now Sanagara Kani having her way up 5-4 with a chance to take the first set. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dylan. Yeah, like we'd mentioned that, yeah, you know, veteran against freshman, great junior players in their own rights. So another great matchup there on court 2.
No doubt, and we will tune back into that match here shortly. But you just saw Sarah Bureau bury one in the backcourt off the backhand. I believe the score here is 30 Love. But we will see in just a moment.
Stayed in for Love Star. Great hard-hitting backhand there. Getting points back now, 30-15. And, well, we had a ball come over from another net there as on Bureau's return.
Yeah, that rogue ball from court 3, not ideal for Bureau right there. She knows she would have had Alexis as that one.
Yeah. Unfortunate timing.
Smacked the white, but we'll replay the point.
And that one goes long in the corner there for Alexis. So now game point coming up for Bureau. Up 40-15. And that one goes down the alley for a fault. Goes into the net. So Alexis still alive in this game, 40-30. Into the net. Goes long there for Love Star, so Bureau will take a 5-3. Still down 5-3, but taking that serve point.
Staying alive is Sarah Bureau. Very controlled from Love Star Alexis. Just
one.
sent long into that alley.
Yeah, that announcer's jinx. Well done from Bureau there. Going cross court there. Update right now. Sana Garakani and Emma Honore are actually in a tie-breaking set right now, but Garakani has taken the point advantage right now, so she's up 6-5. And then Muskan Gupta dropped the first set, but is up one game early in set number 2 on court 3. And Lily Sophie Schmidt also dropping her first set 6-3 to Natalie Slezakova.
Murray State Racers putting up quite a bit of a fight here in singles.
And that one grabbing the back of the baseline for Bureau, so she will take another game back, holding serve. So now 5-4. So, you know, Alexis still not quite finishing that one off against Sarah Bureau, but now we're going to take it over to Sana Garakani and Emma Honore here in just a second. Popping up in your screen now.
So we see Garakani muttering to herself once again. This tiebreaker set is well within reach. Beautiful shot there from Garakani to draw even at 30 apiece. Need 2 more good balls from Garakani here as she is looking to take this first set here on court 2. Cannot get that backhand to fall at the moment. Honore will lead 40-30.
Goes right down the line. Honore had no shot of it.
Brilliant shot from Sana there, had to have it. This will be a deciding point, 40 all. Sana again struggling to get that first serve to land.
Well done there as Honore could not return it. So Garakani will take the first set, 7-5 after the tiebreaker there. So well done from the freshman. Getting another Blue Raider point, closer and closer to finishing off that match. So like we mentioned, so some Blue Raiders still with those leads in sets 1 are going into set 2 right now, Grant. So we're taking a look at court 4 here. Lily Sophie Schmidt, Natalie Slezakova. All the Blue Raiders need to do is just secure one more point, and they will have the match.
All the bounces going all the wrong ways for Lily Sophie Schmidt here today. As that ball bounces off the tape and falls back onto her own side. She's got to dig deep and somehow come up with a hold here if she wants a shot at getting back into this match.
That will help there, as now we will see a deuce point. Slezakova could not return that serve. Slezakova upset with herself there as that one does not get over the net. So Lily Sophie Schmidt will take first game here in set number 2.
Very emotional battle here for both of these girls. So we've seen multiple times today showing their frustration with their own performance, but that's no doubt a part of any sport, Ryan.
Yeah, just that's the competitive nature. Just doesn't matter. Team sport, individual sport. You're always going to be critical of yourself, striving for perfection, striving for that pure shot, pure hit. No feeling like it. Of course, we see their coach are really talking it over with Lily Sophie Schmidt. Slezakova now just about to serve here. And that one just going to go out of reach for Lily Sophie Schmidt. So Slezakova taking an early 15-love lead here. And while we have a second, let's go ahead and send it over to Dylan Simmons for another courtside report. Dylan, tell us about it.
Well, Ryan, speaking of love, Love Star Alexis is certainly feeling the love right now. She has a 6-4 first set victory that she has clinched over her opponent. So now she's got just one set to go to potentially give Middle Tennessee a victory. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Dylan. Of course, it being the week of Valentine's Day a couple days ago, yeah, I guess love is in the air, especially in a tennis match, Grant.
Yeah, Ryan, I don't know what you want me to do with that, because since we're in the singles portion of the match this afternoon, I don't really know where to go here.
Can't say I do either, Grant. I really can't.
Well, let's get back to the matter at hand then. Lily Sophie Schmidt trailing 30-love to Natalie Slezakova here on court number 4. Disbelief, the only thing on the mind of the German representing MTSU.
And that one, another great shot from Slezakova, the backhand cross court. Just Schmidt just not really standing on her toes right now, kind of falling back on it seems, just not sure where to go.
Serve is long from Schmidt.
And that one is wide there down the alley. More disbelief from Lily Sophie Schmidt. Of course, little delay here is another rogue ball, just kind of coming into Slezakova's line. And that one will fall into the alley for Slezakova. So tying it up now, 15 all. That one's going to be called wide there. Just a game of inches here, Grant. Just missing it. Just not quite grabbing any of the line.
It is. She just can't seem to establish any sort of routine here today.
And quick onto the serve into that one. One also going a little wide for Slezakova. So back and forth real in this game. A little update after taking an early lead on set number 2 on court 3. Muskan Gupta is now tied with Annika Shore.
Good ball there from Schmidt, laying it in perfectly.
Looking to hold her serve here. Yeah, a bit of a false start there. But well worth the false start as that one does fall. Well, no, they're at. They will call that one in. So Lily Sophie Schmidt will take a 2-game-to-1 advantage. Holding her serve there. Trying to avoid giving up straight sets to the racers in Natalie Slezakova. So plenty of action still to be played out for both teams right now. Grant, anything you're noticing from any player in particular?
No, obviously if you're just joining us, you haven't seen Noelle Morrow. She's already finished her match, winning 6-0 in both sets. Very impressive. I mean, just a lot of, I wouldn't say struggling around from all the Raiders, but most of them have had a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm you know, wherever they are able to get a point, they give one right back. If they are able to, you know, break their opponent, they give up one right back. Particularly these top 3 courts for Murray State have been very competitive this afternoon. And even though they didn't have that 3rd court in doubles, didn't have the 6th court here, you know, effectively starting down 2-0 after that first round, they've showed what they're made of. We tune in here on court 3. Muskan Gupta appears that she just got a break on Anika Pashore, and now currently on serve.
And after that nice little shot there across the court, taking a 30-15 advantage here in this game. Ball's in the net for a fault. Well done from Pashore, making sure Gupta could not return that one.
Very well played indeed.
And Pashore's in great position there, Grant. If Gupta did get over, she was probably going to send it that right side of the court, and Gupta would not have been to return it anyway.
No, that first lob into the deepest part of the court here allowed her to rush up, and she was already front and center when Muskan Gupta arrived. Little miss hit there from Gupta.
Gupta now facing a break point.
Would be on par, as these two have been trading games since their first set.
That one goes inside the alley for a fault. Well placed, little curvature there. Muskan Gupta making it deuce point now. So Anika Pashore will take a break point there and tie things up in this second set here on court 3. That one goes down the alley for a fault here. Great serve there from Pashore.
Yeah, Ryan, the other thing to keep in mind is with Murray State coming in short-handed and doubles action not taking that long, both schools elected to play out the singles format. So we will probably see all these courts finish here today as opposed to wrapping up if and when MTSU is able to take victory once again.
Well, that little lob shot goes long there for Pashore. Guta now up 30-15. And that goes long there for Guta. So now 40-30. Still break point in her favor. Double fault there for Annika Pashore. Tough way to lose a game there.
No doubt that is not how you would like to go down, but Pashore has the cushion of winning the first set in this match. So we'll see how she bounces back here.
Well, while we have a second here in the break in this match, Dylan Simmons got another courtside report for us. Dylan.
Well, guys, Sana Garakani is currently making magic like she's at Hogwarts right now. She's got a 4-1 lead after a real grinded-out first set. She has found her stroke as of late and is really playing well. Going to be interesting to see if she can clinch the final point for the Blue Raiders. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Dylan, thank you. Hogwarts, huh?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Magic, like she's in Hogwarts. Well, let's get away from Magic and actually talk tennis here. So Sana Garakani now and Emma Honore. Court 2. And falls long there. Double fault. Well done there. Emma Honore setting it up well there on the defensive side. break point opportunity for Emma Honore here. And that one falls wide there for a fault. Double fault there for Sana Garicani. Maybe it wasn't double fault. Never mind.
A little long there from Sana. I believe that will
that will conclude.
Be the break for Honore.
Yeah. So well done there from Emma Honore. Now we'll hold serve here. Still down 2 games there. Into the top of the net for a fault. Honore now with a chance to hold serve. Get another game closer here as second set. That one just staying inside the baseline for Sana Garicani. Still game point in favor of Honore. Fault.
Well played by Garicani. Buried with the forehand on the return serve. We have a deciding point here on court 2. Honore sends it long, and Garicani will take her 5th game. Now up 2 breaks.
Yep. Well done for Sana Garicani. Now the opportunity to hold the serve and win not only her match point, but the overall match for the Blue Raiders and securing another win here at the Adams Tennis Complex.
Yeah, Ryan, it'd be a huge confidence boost. And, I mean, after her winning both sets here today, if she is able to pull it off, would be very beneficial going into the weekend as they face Lipscomb up in Nashville on Sunday.
Yeah, after today's match, Murray State actually has to go to Chattanooga tomorrow, and we'll face the Mocs there. And the team that the Blue Raiders have some history with, as they were able to beat the Mocs here at the Adams Tennis Complex a couple weeks ago. Garcani looking to hold serve, sends that one into the net, and is asking for that ball to get out of the way. That one goes long for Honore.
Indeed, this is the last time your MTSU women's tennis team will be in action at Adams Tennis Complex for quite a while, as most of their matches for the next almost month and a half are on the road. Their next home match against CUSA rival Western Kentucky on March 31st. So quite a few weeks here for the Lady Raiders coming up on the road in a bed that's not their own. You know how it goes. We'll see how the early season and their successful run here at home can propel them on the road.
Yeah, you certainly hope that the momentum that you've gained from what currently is a 5-game win streak here at the Adams Tennis Complex, still not securing this point for a 6th win in a row. But, yeah, you like to hope that being on the road away from home, that the confidence you've built here leads to greater things on the road, like you said, to Lipscomb on Sunday, and then even up north to Butler in a week.
Sana Garicani getting her second opportunity at a match point.
That'll be a fault first. Still looking to hold her serve, and like you said, Grant, overall match point. And that was well played by Honore there, sending it just inside the alley. Garicani just could not quite shift over there. 40-30 now, still in favor of Sana. Fault there.
Long run for Garicani.
Still staying in it, but that smash hit from Emma Honore is going into the net, which means Sana Garicani will take this match on court 2 and securing the win for the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders here. So now already securing that 6th win in a row here at the Adams Tennis Complex for the Blue Raiders, but they will still play on the rest of the matches here at the Adams Tennis Complex, Grant.
Yeah, huge momentum boost for the Blue Raiders, as you said, Ryan. They've got a lengthy road trip coming up. Another notch on the belt is never hurts, and all around strong performance from the Blue Raiders today.
So right now, of course, Lily Sophie Schmidt, break point, but needing it to keep this match going. Of course, no matter what happens here, does not affect the overall match results, but her win streak as a single player will be broken. And that one is going to go out for Lily Sophie Schmidt. She let her frustration out on that ball, so she will lose this match to Natalie Slezakova, ending her win streak as a single player overall here on court 4.
Yeah, a very frustrating day at the office for Lily Sophie Schmidt. As you can see, only able to pick up 2 games here in the second set. Never was like we talked about a little earlier, never really able to find her groove. Whenever she did get a shot to fall, the next one wouldn't.
Yeah.
And so forth. The bounces off the tape, you know, kind of a lot of those balls bouncing back her own way today. And, you know, maybe there's something to, you know, the rest last weekend and, you know, there being some rest there. But
yeah.
Hopefully she'll be able to knock that off going into next weekend and, you know, bounce back on the road trip.
Yeah, I think that brings up a good point. You know, not playing in the doubles like she was wanting, you know, and not giving that, you know, early on a court experience definitely led to some cold rackets, if you will, that just led to some, you know, unfortunate breaks. And, you know, just hats off to Natalie Slezakova coming out and just looking dominant all around in that singles win. And currently going split screen with the remaining 2 matches here. Love Star Alexis and Sarah Bureau on your left. Muskan Gupta and Annika Pshora on your right. Of course, Gupta taking set number 2 now, so they will be in a 3rd set. You can see she is up 2 games now. And Sarah Bureau giving Love Star Alexis all she can, trying to stay alive and win another point for the Racers here. Once again, this will not affect the overall result of the match, but just give both teams experience moving on to their next match. Like we said, Murray State will be down in Chattanooga tomorrow, and Middle Tennessee State will be up in Lipscomb, about a 40-minute drive from here on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Yeah, Sarah Bureau could do nothing about that one right there. Love Star Alexis, beautiful lob shot. Bureau had no shot of returning it. Muskan Gupta looking to close out her match against Annika Pshora. Looking to hold serve here for a third set victory and another win for her on court 3. And Bureau looking to have another break point opportunity. Break Love Star Alexis' serve as that return falls into the net for Love Star. So actually we're being informed that set 3 over on court 3 is actually going to be a race to 10. Not played as a full set.
Would make a lot more sense.
Great shot there from Anik Bashor. Nice little open front hand. Keeping it inside.
Love Star Alexis calling that one out, as it looks like, looked to me that that was well in, but
wow. Beautiful return from Love Star. Not sure what you can even do about that if you're Sarah Bureau in that instance.
no, I mean, fresh off, Alexis had to, they almost mirrored each other there. Bureau had to book it to the backcourt and obviously not able to get anything on that ball to send it back over, but just beautifully played by Alexis. Muskan Gupta needing one more point to take victory on court 3. Long ball from Love Star, and Bureau sends that one back into the net.
As does Anik Bashor there on the right side of your screen. So Muskan Gupta will secure back-to-back sets here to take another point in favor of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Winning that third set 10-3. Now Love Star Alexis and Sarah Bureau are the only court with action on it. And Love Star now with a 5-3 lead here in set 2, looking to secure a break point and the last point available for the Blue Raiders. So like we mentioned at the top of the stream here, Grant, 10 wins in a row for the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders against Murray State be now up to 11 following this afternoon's action.
No doubt they will remain perfect, and against the Racers, there's nothing better than a victory to send yourself off on a road trip.
Absolutely.
Now coming up in the conclusion of this match, we'll hear from our player of the game and Coach Teo Bailey Duval. I'll be interested to hear what she has to say, Ryan, regarding just all this travel they're about to do. Not not in regards to team fitness and the practice and all that. We know that they have the trainers and the staff to keep these athletes in as best a shape as possible. But strictly the travel, I mean, they're going to be gone for a month and a half, week in, week out. Some different city Friday night, different city Sunday night. Back to school a little bit during the week, maybe sometimes. Definitely I'll be interested to see what she has to say there as the way this schedule is shaken out this season.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like you mentioned, March 31st will be the next home match for the Blue Raiders. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty much going all over this side of the Mason-Dixon and the Mississippi. Star just keeping that racket a hair too open. That one falls down the alley for point in favor of Bureau. Bureau will take the point and the game there. So Love Star Alexis still with that 5-4 advantage, but Bureau just nipping at her heels there, trying to go to a third set. And let's secure another point for the Murray State Racers. So yeah, all the action is complete on your right side of the screen, so just pay attention to the left side. As we're still waiting for the last couple of points to be played out on court number 1. Grant, once again, a great victory for the Blue Raiders, like we have talked about the last couple of minutes, getting ready to go on that road trip.
And a stepping stone and a much needed one. Coach Teo talked to us last weekend about how these top 3 courts were no pushover wins, girls returning from Murray State that caused them some issues in the past, even though they haven't dropped a match, might have, taken those top courts. But Love Star Alexis on her way to getting a victory here today. Sana Garikani winning on court 2, and Muskan on the 10-point tiebreak in court 3 just a moment ago. There's not much more you can ask for.
Great front hand there from Bureau. Cross court there, staying inside that corner. Back at the service line.
Impressive range there from Alexis, but it won't be enough.
30 love now in favor of Bureau.
If you're Alexis, you can just start to feel this slipping out of your fingers. Gotta reel it back in here and close out this top court. Start Alexis gunning for her 5th victory in a row.
And that one's out. Love Star. Bureau thought it was played in.
Bureau calling it in, Alexis calling it out, very close, and so one of these girls will be very happy that we don't have VAR here at Adams Tennis Complex, because that was close.
I think the official in the seat called it in favor of Alexis.
She was first to signal. It took her a moment, but first to signal, and she benefits because of it.
And Bureau not being able to run over there. Alexis now tying it up 30 love.
Yeah, Bureau chased off your screen there to the right by that shot from Alexis.
Into the net for Love Star Alexis, so Bureau will have game point opportunity.
Tough luck there for Love Star on the defensive forehand. Those shots are not as easy as they appear to be. Nonetheless, very frustrating.
Another one into the net for Love Star there.
I said a minute ago, you get as soon as that thought enters your mind that it's starting to slip away, you can get to a dark place pretty quickly. Let's see if Alexis can save this set.
Well done from Love Star, getting that cross court. Bureau just not able to get a hold of it with all of her racket, sending it wide.
Yeah, can't wrangle it.
One goes long.
Long from Bureau. Very hard fought, close match all afternoon here on court 1.
That one goes long for Love Star. And Bureau just closed that racket a little too quickly and sends it into the alley, but a great return from Love Star there, just getting it barely over the net, making it kind of an awkward return for Bureau.
I couldn't tell if Bureau might have gotten tripped up over her own feet just slightly there, but no matter. Ball falls wide and puts Alexis in a position to take this game.
That one goes into the net. So Love Star Alexis will take another game, inching closer and closer to securing that last point for the Blue Raiders. But no matter what, whoever wins this match does not affect the overall outcome, as MTSU has secured the win.
We get set for action here. Once again on the top court, Love Star Alexis leads 6 games to 5 over Sarah Bureau. Popped in the air, long for Bureau. Alexis leads 15-love.
And that one going long again for Sarah Bureau. 30-love now.
Bureau campaigning her case. Thought it was out. And it appears to be a perfect serve.
Certainly looked a little long, but
from Love Star Alexis.
Yeah. Either way, match point now.
You can hear the Lady Raider tennis team clapping, signaling the match point.
I'm just going to go wide there for Alexis.
A little too hot to handle.
And that will do it here. Love Star Alexis securing that 6th and final point for the MTSU Blue Raiders. Grant, what do you have to say about that?
Well, it's quite impressive there for Alexis at the end. She struggled down the stretch there, obviously gave some games to Sarah Bureau, but enough for victory for the ladies wearing blue here this afternoon.
Right you are. Another tremendous showing at the Adams Tennis Complex here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Blue Raiders do take a 6-1 victory. 6 games in a row, something just very difficult to do anytime in any sport. You can see the Blue Raiders giving some love back to the fans here at the Adams Tennis Complex. But for the moment, we will go ahead and just take a quick break, and after we will come back with player and coach interviews. So stick around here at MTN Sports NC.
Mental health affects us all.
Whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
because you matter.
stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard.
Outside of sports.
As student athletes, we have a platform.
Now more than ever. It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
And raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance." Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
And welcome back, everybody, to our post-game show where we saw the MTSU Blue Raiders win against the Murray State Racers 6-1. And right now we have our player of the game in Love Star Alexis. Love Star, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Well, thank you for joining us. So, just a quick recap. You guys took down the doubles point, and you actually played with a new doubles partner today in Muskan Gupta. So how did that work out for you?
Well, we've played together before in freshman year, I think. Not too many matches, but that's what we have to do. We have to be able to play with anybody just in case something like that happens at my partner. She got injured, so it was fun.
Yeah, unfortunate injury to Ratuja Chapakar, as we mentioned, tearing her ACL in practice. Very unfortunate.
Yes.
But you guys still managed to win without her. Of course, you also got up to an early 2-0 lead, winning not only the doubles point, but kind of having to win with that forfeit on court 6 as well.
Yes.
So anyway, but how did you manage to survive? You won straight sets. You looked great. What was the thought process going into that singles match?
Well, I just had to keep on fighting every point and try to minimize my my unforced errors because I know it was going to be a tough match. She puts a lot of balls back in, and I couldn't give her anything. So yeah, it was really a tough match, but I'm glad I was able to pull through.
Yeah, no doubt, hard-fought victory for you, and once again, congratulations. How do you take what you've learned from today, and even just this, this 6-game home streak or homestand that you've been on, into the road trip that you've got coming up?
Well, it's really nice that I've been able to play better and better every match, every game. So it's helped a lot having to play home. This past month and almost month and a half. So it'll be different for sure to play on the road. But I feel like these matches kind of gave me a little bit boost of confidence. So I'll just try to carry the streak on.
Absolutely. Well, confidence is a big part of it, but is there any particular aspect of your game that you'd like to improve upon as you head, on these road trips up to Lipscomb this weekend and then Butler, Vanderbilt, so on?
Well, a lot of times I play because I'm a really a striker, we'll say. I hit the ball very hard, and sometimes I play opponents that I don't have to hit it that hard necessarily. So sometimes it takes me a little bit to know that, okay, I don't have to do that much against that player. So you'll be more that.
Well, we won't keep you any longer. We'd like to thank you, Love Star, and go enjoy that win and get ready for that road trip.
Thank you.
All right, that was Love Star Alexis talking to us there, Grant, and once again, a solid senior player for this Blue Raider team, so just doing a tremendous job to get her team to victory. Absolutely.
I think it's huge that I asked her there at the end, like just the awareness of herself, being able to know that, hey, sometimes sometimes I do step outside my bounds. Sometimes I do have to take a breath, take a step back, and get my mind right before we go play the next point. And that obviously proved crucial today as she was able to edge out, who was that? Sarah Barreau. Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, now we are pleased to be joined by Coach Teo Bailey Duvall. Coach Bailey, Teo Duvall, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
So another great win, 6 wins in a row here at the Adams Tennis Complex. And now you face a daunting 10-game road trip, it seems like. You guys won't be back home until March 31st. So how do you guys plan to prepare for that?
Well, the good thing is when we go to spring break, that's probably most of the matches. So sometimes it seems a little bit heavy-sided on travel, but it's spring break, and a lot of people play a lot of matches then. And then after that, it's like one match a week. So it won't be too much of a grind, as we're able to have more days to prepare for the next match.
So unfortunately, losing Ratuja Chapakar to a season-ending injury, but you guys still were able to secure the win here today without her. Partly because Murray State came in light, but did that play any kind of factor mentally for the team, knowing that they were already going to be up early?
I think it does. We can always say it may not, but it does play a little factor and maybe puts a little bit more pressure on those who are playing. They have to, it looks bad to lose to a team that only brought four top players and one walk-on. So, they were able to hold their own.
Yeah. Well, Coach, obviously an impressive victory here today. I wanted to get your opinion on the first serve in both doubles and singles. I saw a lot of girls that ended up winning today for you, but kind of struggled to find their groove. Like when they would seem to to win a point or win a break, and then it would happen right back. Is there anything that you saw there that might have led to that?
Well, look, I know Murray State is usually solid anyway. I never take them for granted. He usually recruits pretty well, has some solid players. So going into this, the girls knew they're still going to have to play. So they're not going to expect their opponents to just miss random balls and make things easy for them. So it wasn't a shock. I knew it was going to be a little tough, but that's good. We want matches that challenge us and make us play a little bit smarter and stay within our own to still get the win.
And finally, from me, looking at 2 or 3 matches, down the schedule, obviously the Butler Bulldogs, your alma mater, very successful coaching career there. What does it mean to be back on Butler's campus?
Well, it's nostalgic. I still bleed blue and Butler at heart, and I love them. But I just want to take them out. It doesn't really matter.
I know you're wearing
right
a different
now.
shade of blue now.
Yeah, it's a different blue, and it's always great to be back on campus. I show the girls around. It's a really small campus compared to MT. It's really quite quaint, but. It'll be a good time. We'll go there. And Butler has had a solid season this year as well, kind of top heavy. So we're kind of going to go in there and just like we go in all these challenging matches and tough teams that we know we're not going to take them for granted. We're going to go there focused and willing and wanting to win every single match.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for your time, and go join the win and go prepare for that road trip.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right. That was Coach Teo Bailey Duvall. And Grant, any last thoughts about today's match?
None other than just pure dominance from the
Yeah.
Blue Raiders. We hope to see it as they continue on down the line this season and as they hit the road.
All right. Well, that is all the time we have here at the Adams Tennis Complex for MTSU Women's Tennis. We'd like to thank the Adams Tennis Complex for allowing us to stream and and CUSA TV for allowing us to put our content on their website. If you missed this or any of our matches, you can find them on our MTN Sports page or CUSA.tv in the link below. And like we mentioned before, the final score here is MTSU Blue Raiders 6-1 against the Murray State Racers. So just another great win, and we'll see you next time. Like I said, we won't really be here for the women's until March 31st when they play Western Kentucky, but the men's will be coming up right after this. So stick around for that.